I had a stunning revelation this week.
Okay.
It sounds like an AI.
Okay. Tell us.
Stunning
Tell
revelation?
I
tell
learned
us.
how much water one shit takes.
Okay.
Well, what do you mean?
Enlighten us.
Okay, so the other night when we went out for Sydney's birthday, I had to be back by 1:30 because
AM?
Yeah, because they were shutting off all the power to my apartment to do maintenance
Oh.
for like 3 hours.
Right.
So I was like, I want to get back. 'Cause I was like, I don't want to walk up a bunch of stairs. I want to do the
Yeah.
elevator.
Yeah.
And also, I don't even know what the fucking stairs are in my apartment.
They can do that. They can just shut off power.
Well, they have to do maintenance. Yeah, I mean,
They usually let you know like months in
yeah,
advance.
I knew
Okay.
months in advance, but it's like,
Right,
you know,
right.
It is what it is. And I was like, oh, whatever, no big deal.
Yeah.
And so power goes out. Obviously, I don't even notice because I'm fast asleep. I get back by 1:30 and I order Uber Eats and the guy arrives. So that was good. That was like the kind of hype moment of that night. I was like, is he going to arrive for 1:30? Because I don't know. I'm not walking down those floors.
I'll make him walk up the floor.
Yeah,
No, I'd be like, bro, just eat it. You can have it. Honestly, it's 1:30 a.m. I do not want to
He
get
gets
close.
to the top of the stairs and like, can I have a bite? Just
Yeah. I'm like, bro, take some. I ordered some for you, bro.
I want to.
Check the bag.
Yeah.
It's got your name on it. So go to sleep, wake up, and like at 8 o'clock or something, I don't even know I had this. There's like a giant like tannoy speaker in my apartment, which the building has access to, which I didn't even know. I didn't know what this thing was because I had seen it on my ceiling. I didn't know what it was. Some announcement gets made at like 8 a.m. and I was like half asleep, so I was not paying attention. By the time I realized, oh my God, there's a loud fucking voice speaking in my apartment, which is weird. I was like, oh, that's odd. And then Eugene, who was staying at my house at the time, I'm playing games with Mouse, and then he goes, Connor. I'm like, what's that? He's like, something's wrong with your toilet. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, something's wrong with the toilet. I'm like, oh, okay.
I dropped a fat dumpy in it.
And I was like, he's like, yeah. And so I'm like, oh, I'll bear back, guys, because Mouse on stream. And I was like, all right, what's wrong? He's like, yeah, it's not flushing. So I go to it, and I feel that like when I pull the toilet thing, there's no water in the tank.
Yeah.
To flush it. I'm like, oh, that's weird. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess let me have a think. So I'm going around my kitchen to get some water, and I realize the water isn't coming on. I'm like, oh fuck. All the water's gone in the apartment.
Right.
There's nothing. And then that's what I realized that was what the announcement was for. And so now I couldn't flush the toilet, but he'd taken a fucking poop in my goddamn toilet. So now the only way I could flush the toilet was if I had enough water to put in the water tank and then flush it. Now, I had to run a bath the morning before, and there's a giant bath of water, and Eugene took a bath and pulled the goddamn plug out. So my giant supply of water that I could have used for things is now gone.
Right.
Because how the fuck am I supposed to flush this poop down the goddamn toilet? But the problem was as well is that I also was needing a toilet as well, and I was like, oh my God, dude, I don't know what to do. I want to hold it till the water comes back on. And I was like, I don't know when the water's going to come back on. And now I started to realize how often I needed water. Because I was like, oh, I'll just go wash I can't wash my hands.
Yeah, you can't wash.
Wash my hands. There's no water.
Yeah.
And then I had like maybe a liter or two of water in my fridge.
Yeah.
And I could have done a few things with this. Could have watered my plants. Could have washed my hands. But I really wanted the coffee, and so I was like, Eugene, man, sorry, dude. I'm making a coffee with the last water we have left.
I'm making a different kind of brown water, actually.
I could flush the toilet. I could do some other things. I'm going to make a coffee with this last water.
Right.
I would come to regret this decision later on as I really needed a lot of water.
Right.
But as the building had kind of like realized that, hey, people need to go to the toilet still, they were offering free like bottles of water to flush your toilet with. And I was like, great. So I picked up two liter bottles of water.
How long was this maintenance going on for?
It was like all day.
Fuck.
Yeah,
So
it's usually all day.
Fuck.
No, so it was like an emergency thing. It wasn't scheduled. The water wasn't
really?
supposed to. The water wasn't supposed to go off.
Oh,
The
right,
water
because it's an
did.
electrical thing.
And like I wanted to shower and do stuff, and I don't know if you guys get this sometimes. You don't. You're a night person. Morning shower people will probably understand the pain of not being able to morning shower because you're like, I just don't feel like my day is starting yet. I just need to shower.
I feel like I can't get any work done. I can't even start the day. I can't even. My brain doesn't function.
Sounds like a skill issue. should.
At least even just wash my face. I don't know why. I just need some water contact with my body.
Yeah.
I was tempted to just go outside and start fucking spraying myself with Febreze to have some sensation of
Jump in the river.
yeah, like but I was getting to the point where like I could not hold my shit any longer.
Right.
And I was like, this is a dangerous game though, doubling up on the poop in the toilet, right? But I was dying. And now a smart person would have told you, Connor, just go to a combini and shit. I was refusing to be intelligent at all. And I was like,
Well, because the elevator's out as well, right?
Yeah.
yeah. So I was kind of like, all right, I'll just take the poop. I'll just take this poop. I'm sure the
Do
water.
the D, think about it later.
I'm sure the water will come back on anytime now. So I take a poop, but unfortunately, this was a fucking massive goddamn poop that I took. And now my toilet bowl was very much too full. So I was like, all right, we got to try and flush this. So I got the two liter bottles of water, so 4 liters of water.
Yeah.
I put it in the tank. Because so as you know, that thing fills up with water and that uses that to push and So I poured 4 liters in. I flushed the 4 liters. Nothing. It didn't budge at all. I was like, holy fuck, how many liters of water do I need?
You know, there's an easier method that uses less water, right?
What?
So I learned about this from during earthquakes or like typhoons and stuff like that, where the water might just suddenly be cut off.
Yeah.
What you do is a lot of toilets, the thing that separates the bowl from the pipe is this little flap.
Yeah.
And when you flush the toilet, the pressure from the water is the thing that opens the flap.
Yeah.
So what you do is what you should have done is you should have gotten those 2 things of water, filled it in with a bucket, and then flush the bucket down the bowl all at once, because then that's so much more water going into the bowl all at once that it opens the flap.
I didn't know.
I'm just saying this is like a normal thing. It's a Southeast Asia thing. A lot of toilets don't have automatic flushes there. We use the bucket technique.
Yep.
I was like, what
works everywhere? It's a universal constant.
When I heard you pouring the water into the toilet, I was like, inside, I was like, no, Connor,
no, wait, no, not the place you poop.
Right.
Yeah, the tank itself, right?
The tank.
Yeah. That's not how you supposed to do
No.
it.
You get a bucket and you just pour it in the place you poop, and you just.
Oh, I did that too, but it was too much.
How big was your shit?
It was 2 people's shit, and my one was at least a 1.5 size. Like it was a big one, and so now this is like what would have been maybe like even a tough flush on a normal day. Had become just way too big of a flush.
Right.
And and now it was starting to smell pretty fucking bad.
Yeah,
in my apartment. It was just kind of like, oh my God. So I went down again and I got fucking 8 fucking bottles of water. Which is like 4 bottles, sorry, so 8 liters of water.
Yeah.
Right.
And I flushed it again and it didn't fucking work. And I was like, oh.
I think you just have a broken toilet at that point.
I was like, no, this is too big. It was too big. But it did flush some of it. So then I had to go down again and get more. And then finally, I managed to get it going. And I was like, holy fuck, I used like 10 liters of water to flush one shit. And now every time I go to the toilet and I flush, I'm like, that's a lot of water I just wasted. Like, I feel bad. I'm like, I drink less water than I flush down the drain every day.
Well, I mean, like, I'm used to not flushing every single time because in Australia, like, we're in a drought, like all the fucking time, right? So they actually teach kids being like, if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. That's it. Kai, you know what I'm talking about, right? You don't? Fuck. Am I the only one?